Look, in any discussion of consciousness, it is important to get one thing straight at the outset. We do not know what consciousness is. And that's in light of the fact that each of us, I think, but I do not know for sure, each of us can attest to what the experience of consciousness is, what consciousness feels like. And some of us can further attest through meditative practice or chemically induced modifications, can attest to what altered states of consciousness. Consciousness is utterly essential to life as we experience it. But in recent years, these issues have become yet more central because, as we all know, right, we are living through a transition in which artificial intelligences of various flavors, right, they are becoming ever more present, raising the question, that would be good enough. Do you, David, think that an artificial system will ever be conscious?
I think it's possible for an AI system to be conscious. I think it's possible for a machine to be conscious. The brain itself is a big machine. Somehow that machine produces consciousness. We don't know how, but it does it somehow. And I think if biology can do it, I don't see why silicon can't do it. We don't understand how silicon could give us consciousness. We also understand how neurons could give us consciousness. So I don't see a difference in principle.
As a whole, I think that, I don't know, it's too early to say, but I don't think we can exclude that as a possibility. So the analogy, I think, operates at a different level. It's not that life as a problem is the same as consciousness as a problem. It's just that something that seemed really mysterious with the tools and concepts available at one point was no longer so mysterious with a different set of tools and concepts.
Are these systems conscious? It's pretty clear they're not yet, but could they be conscious?
We tend to elevate ourselves and think, okay, no language, no consciousness. Descartes did something like this many centuries ago. So we might make false negatives a lot. With AI, I think we're in almost exactly the opposite situation. We have these language models that exercise our biases. They speak to us.
Yeah.
They seem to be intelligent in some way that's still easy to catch out, but something interesting is going on there. So because they're similar to us in the ways that we elevate and that we tend to prioritize, we project qualities into them that they probably don't have, like thinking, understanding, and of course, consciousness, whereas they're very different to us.
It's possible, and first you replace 1% of the brain, 10% of the brain. I guess right here, we're seeing about 50% of the brain replaced, and she's still saying, I'm still here. It's like, yeah, those silicon chips are doing the job just as well. Then we go all the way...
But she's sounding more and more like Siri, right, as you go along.
We get all the way to 100%, and she says, yeah, I'm still here. You could do that, I could do that. And then at that very moment, maybe we would then have the first-person datum that we are conscious, although we are made of silicon, and that would be a kind of datum.
So would that...
Can feel pain and suffer, then suddenly a fish is a being that we should at least take into consideration in our moral calculus. If you don't take conscious beings into consideration, there's the danger of moral catastrophe. So I think this very much applies